Boston Arts Academy, the city's only public high school for the visual and performing arts. If you remember the old television show Fame, well, it really is kind of like that.
So, nobody.
At Boston Arts Academy, as you might expect, music fills the air. What is that experience like to literally hear music walking down the halls?
At times, it could, be frustrating, but I can testify for a lot of my friends as well. It's been one of the best experiences ever.
Danny Rivera is a senior at Boston Arts Academy and a music maker himself. I first met him on the WGBH program Sing That Thing, where he was conducting the school's spirituals ensemble.
King Jesus is on this land.
Today, though, Rivera is working on the backing track for an upcoming performance.
And then the lead vocalist, but this is just to back up the band.
At Boston Arts Academy, the city's only public high school devoted exclusively to the arts, Rivera and some 500 students like him are given the fuel to flourish.
I say I want to do something, they're like, okay, what's stopping you? Let's do it. So they're really big on pushing their students towards what they really want to do the most.
Have they ever said no to you?
Nope.
School for Rivera is a mix of the music he loves and the math he doesn't. Although he's found that music now helps his coursework too.
I've been able to write songs about books. I've been able to write songs about different, strategies and equations. I've really been able to use my art to help me develop my skill also as a student who's learning academics.
Music majors, for example, when we opened the school, they all wanted to be performers on the stage. Now a lot more interested in production behind the scenes.
Really? Ann Clark has been at BAA since it opened in 1998. A teacher then, she's now the headmaster of the school, which counts high-profile alumni like Diane Guerrero of Orange is the New Black.
It's okay. I love you.
But the idea of the school isn't necessarily to produce Hollywood stars or even professional artists. Instead, Clark is interested in what makes an artist.
The ability to stand up and represent yourself, the ability to connect with people. This is a place that takes questions like, what's the purpose? What's the meaning? How does it help our greater good? Very seriously.
Many students come to BAA because they couldn't fit in at other schools where arts programming is an afterthought. Here, students must audition, but the admission process is liberal.
It's academic blind. That means we don't look at prior grades, test scores, discipline records, even attendance records or any special education information or anything like that until after students are admitted. We understood that there are young people that maybe have not had the opportunity to really do well in school because school did not do well by them.
For the last 2 years, 80% of BAA students have been accepted to college, which Clark says is a rate higher than both the city and state average, especially for low-income students. In the fall, Sasa Murrett will attend the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York. She is among the first graduates of BAA's new fashion design program, and received an honors award the day we met her.
Thank you.
The honors ceremony still happening just outside her classroom and workshop, Murrett walked us through the look she was creating for an upcoming fashion show. She's been working after school and even on the weekends.
So my 3 looks here, the name of my collection is called Petrichor, and Petrichor is the smell of rain. I was really inspired by blue because I really enjoy rain, and I want to do a mixture of blue and kind of like the dark clouds, so the black, but give it a sense of like sexiness almost, with a little bit of skin, but not too much because I'm still in high school.
Students like Murrett and Danny Rivera seem to be going fast. Rivera has already performed at the White House and caught the attention of Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley earlier this year with this song and video. It's inspired by her first speech to Congress.
It's our time, we're on our way up. our way up, yeah.
I used that opportunity to not just talk about the things she talked about in her speech, but to address some things that I felt were needed to be addressed. Like mass incarceration, like one of the lines is being a black man is the world's greatest sin. The fact that, it's just so difficult to be a man of color in society. It's just like, it's a setback.
For the moment, Boston Arts Academy is housed in an aging high school. But construction is now underway for a state-of-the-art $125 million facility in the Fenway. Set to open in 2021, it'll be the first time the school has a building to suit its needs.
I have to tell you, the group that is most excited about the new building is the alumni. They are the young people who were the ones who were rehearsing in closets or dancing in a dance studio with a support beam in the middle of it, or having to travel all over the city to perform because we didn't have our own performance space. And they know how much this means and how important this is. We would not have this new building if it weren't for our alums, and I'm very proud of them.